guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and today I'm filming my autumn winter makeup look. It's a kind of combination of stuff I love to wear during the cooler months. I'm going to be doing a blog post on my blog about all my favourite autumn winter products, including my favourite eyeshadows, lip products, nail polishes, kind of skincare, so make sure to check that out in the next week. But I thought today I'd kind of film a look based on my favourite things to wear during the cooler months, including kind of gold eyeshadow and a berry lip. So I hope you guys enjoy. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my face, and I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. And also excuse my skin, it's a bit really bad today. Lots of spots and scars and really red. I find that in the morning my skin is really red and kind of calms down in the afternoon. Some days it's just worse than others, but looking pretty bad today. So I'll take full coverage foundation. So I'm going to be taking the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation, which is this one here. I did a review on my blog post, so I'll link that below. But yeah, it's just like a moussey texture, and I find it works best using a beauty blender. And I like to, instead of kind of dabbing it in, I like to kind of use a beauty blender to spread it around my face. A little bit. A little of this goes a long way, so you don't need a whole lot. Then oh, it's good. Oh, my roots are coming through. I'm a natural blonde, so yeah, it's coming through. And I used this morning, the L'Oreal Magic Retouch Root Spray in dark brown. And you can kind of see here, I don't know, it looks like what happens when you get it first done. They kind of get all the dye around the edge here. And my scalp is starting to sting, so I'm not sure what's in this. But I hope it doesn't irritate my scalp and go all red, because that will be horrible. But I'm hoping this works, because I do need something to cover my roots. I used to use that Batiste dry shampoo that has a colour in it, but I found it didn't cover too much. So this seems to cover a lot more, but my scalp is starting to feel really itchy, and I just hope I'm not really allergic to anything in here. I don't know what would be in here that I'd be allergic to, so fingers crossed, guys. Okay, time for concealer. So NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, nothing new. Just put that under my eyes. Alright, looking covered. And then next for powder is Bourjois Healthy Balance Powder, which is another one of my faves. Sorry if you can hear in the background the laundry machine, just washing my bed sheets at the moment, so I think it's going through the spin cycle. I used this in my first video that I do my everyday makeup, and I really love this powder. I think I first bought it when I was in Slovenia on Kentucky, because I took with me my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder, and I was almost finished it. So I was hoping I'd be finishing it at the end of my Kentucky when I was in Paris. I could buy a new powder in Sephora and get a really nice one. But it ran out on this day that we were in Slovenia, and I forgot what the shop is called over there, but it's like their drugstore-ish kind of shop, but they had toys, they had everything in there. It was weird. And yeah, I bought this one, because I'd always heard Anna from the Anna Edit talk about it all the time, so I thought I'd try it, and I've been hooked ever since. It's great. It kind of gives like a smooth silky finish, but mattes down my foundation, doesn't make me look cakey. Love it. Okay, next I'm going to contour a little bit, so I'm going to use my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I do like this palette. I like the powders in there, but I only ever use the first two ones, so these two, Levitation and Subconscious. I'm going to take my Zoeva Luxia cheek brush and I'm going to slightly contour. I never do like a harsh contour. I just kind of brush it out, and then what I do is I use my powder that I use to set my foundation. Get a little of that, blend it out. Yeah. So I find that even though it is the lightest colour, it still looks really dark. Like actually on camera it looks a lot darker than it is in real life. I can hardly see it in real life, but camera's showing something different. You can't really tell I've got contour on, but I just like having a little bit of colour on the sides. Just make me look a bit alive. Alright, next bronzer. So I've got a new bronzer. Finally I ran out of my Body Shop one. So I've got the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which I'm really liking. I think it's slightly... It looks cooler in the pan than the Body Shop one, but I find on the skin it looks a little bit warmer. It's a little bit odd, but good. Alright, so I'm going to be using MAC Soft and Gentle, which is the only highlighter I own. I do want to get some more. I really want to get the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone or Opal. Probably Moonstone, I think that would be better for my skin. But I like using this one. So just take that. That's my cheekbones. Ooh. Looking nice. The next is brows. So I ran out of my Hourglass Arch Brow Pencil, which I really like. So I might pick another one up. But for the moment I've been using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in Soft Brown. So I'm not a pro at all in filling in my eyebrows, but I try. I kind of just do it really messily. I don't have a method to it. Just kind of fill it in. I don't really fill over my brows. I kind of maybe make a little bit more of an arch at the top. And then down. Pretty messy, but then I find that using this after kind of helps to blend out the harsh edges. Always find filling in the front of my brows really difficult because they're really sparse at the front. So I'm not really sure kind of where they start. They kind of start at different points on both sides. So I hate filling them in exactly because then they look like one's further out than the other. So it's really frustrating, but brows with, is it cousins? They're supposed to be sisters. Are they not twins but sisters, or is it not sisters but cousins? Who knows, but they don't look alike. Well, mine definitely don't. Right. They're filled in, and then I set them with the Benefit Brow, Gimme Brow, sorry. Gimme Brow. There's so many of those different brow products with all the names that have brow in them, and just trying to remember what they're all called. All done. So I'm not very precise with doing my brows. I just kind of roughly fill them in and hope that they look okay at the end of it. And they'll look alright. Not complaining. They match my hair colour now, which is good. It's one of the things when I go like shopping, I don't know what to put on a full face of makeup. I always do mascara, a little bit of powder and brows, because otherwise I just look like I have no eyebrows because they don't match my hair colour. They're still blonde. I got them done twice at Benefit where they tinted them, and I really like that because it meant that I didn't have to use so much to kind of tint them on a daily basis. So I should go back and do it now that I have a job and I can actually afford to go. I should go and do it. So next I will prime my eyes. So I like to use MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Just a classic. I just find that it helps with the eyeshadow to stay on, and also just to kind of neutralise my eyelids, because my eyelids are a bit veiny, having really pale skin. So I find that this kind of helps set everything down. And then I'll use my Real Techniques setting brush with just some of the face powder I used before, and just going over it to set that down, because I find that if you don't set this down, then it the eyeshadow, even though it will stay on, it doesn't go on as smoothly, like it doesn't blend out as well. So I just use that to set that down. Then for eyeshadow in the cooler months, I really like to do lots of gold colours, or like rusty colours, like coppers and all of that. So I think I'll do gold today. So first of all, I take my Smashbox, it's just a crease brush, and I'm going to be using, oh, where are we? Soft Brown, which is just this one in my MAC palette. It's a good crease colour and it's a nice warm one as well. I just roughly blend that in my crease. As you can tell, I'm no eyeshadow expert, but I'm getting there. I'm learning, I'm getting better. Alright, done. Okay, so next I'll be taking this NARS Old Duo, which has like a light gold colour here and then like a dark bronzy gold. So I like using this, and the NARS quads have really good pigmentation. I'll be taking my Zoeva 227 Luxe Definer brush, which is disgustingly dirty. It's gross. I'm going to wash my brushes today, I promise. And I'll be taking that in the first lighter colour and just kind of going all over my lid. This is probably going to be one of my favourite eyeshadow brushes I've ever bought. It's very similar. I haven't had the MAC 217, but this is very, I'd say this is like the Zoeva version of it. And I see what all the hype is about it. It's just nice and soft, but good enough to be able to put colour all over your lid. You can use it for your crease. It's kind of like the one eyeshadow brush I'd recommend to everyone to be able to do lots of things. Like if you're not really into makeup, or you don't want to have too many brushes and you just kind of want a few brushes that will be able to do multiple things, I'd say this is the eye brush to get, because it just does everything that you want it to. And it's not that expensive. I think on Sephora it's $17. Highly recommend. Alright, then I'm going to take the Real Techniques base shadow brush, which I think comes in their eyeshadow set, and taking the darker bronzy colour and just kind of putting that in the outer corner. I kind of go up into the crease a little bit just to give a bit of definition, but really focusing on that outer bit. So I'm just going to take my Smashbox crease brush and just blend out the edges. Oh, looking good. Then I'm going to take my MAC Teddy eyeliner and just line the inside of my, I forget what it's called. Is this the waterline, and then What's the upper? Is the upper one still the waterline? I don't know. But I usually, this is a bit, if you don't like kind of the inside of people's eyes and watching this, turn away for a bit. I just kind of go up underneath my lash line. Is this what it's called? Lash line. So I just find that this makes my lashes look a bit fuller. Because sometimes I don't like lining on top of it because my eyelids aren't very big, so I find that it just kind of takes up the space and then you can't see my eyeshadow properly and not too good with eyelining. So we just leave it at that. And then what I might do is I'm going to take my Zara Luxe pencil brush and I'm just going to use this to kind of copy what we did on top of the eyes down the bottom. So I'll take the lighter gold shade and just kind of go along the bottom, all over. And then I'm going to take the darker brown shade and just focus that in this outer third of the eye. Kind of match what we did up the top. Cool. Sorted. Then next, L'Oreal Volume Nail and Lashes. Classic. Usually I would use, so if I was going out at night I'd probably use my Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. But I'm just going to use this one because it's just going to get easy to get off today. Alright. Now I've done for eyes, I realised I forgot to use blusher. So in the summertime I like to use like coral ones, like my Hourglass Infusion one or the NARS Deep Throat one. But for the cooler months I like to use this NARS one, which is Outlaw. It's very like berry kind of toned, and when I got this I thought it'd be too dark to use on my skin. I got it as a gift from a friend because I'd always wanted this one, but I'd always feel like, will it suit me? Is it too dark? But if you use a light hand, it looks really good. So I'll just tap off a lot of the excess. Yeah, it's like a nice subtle berry glow. Usually I'd put this underneath highlight, but Lauren forgot today. So the last thing, and probably my favourite like autumn winter products, are lips. I love a berry lip. Obsessed. Obsessed, obsessed. So one I got recently, which I've been loving, is the NARS lip pencil in Damned. It's one of the velvet matte ones. And it's just the perfect kind of berry red. Dark lips are probably my favourite thing to wear. If they're appropriate to wear on a daily basis to wear, I'd rock one every day. But save it for special occasions. And I really love these. The formula is great. It's long lasting, matte, but not too matte. Like it kind of dries down to feel like you're not really wearing anything on the skin. It feels really natural. And you kind of forget that you're wearing it sometimes. Then you look in the mirror and you're like, damn, I've got lipstick on. But it lasts really long and they have a good range of colours. I think they just came out with some new ones. And it's in pencil form. It's easy, so it's easy to kind of outline your lips first, then fill it in. I find with lipstick sometimes I have to use a lip liner because I know that if I just use a lipstick straight over, it's not going to outline my lips properly. So this is great because you can kind of outline your lips first and then fill it in. Done. So I hope you guys enjoy my autumn winter makeup look. I'll be doing a blog post soon on some of the products I used today and then also some more products I like to use during the cooler months. So I'll link my blog down below so you can check that out when it comes up. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of my videos. Can't wait to do some more. Hope you guys enjoyed that and see you next time. Bye!